last year, Russia became the biggest consumer of Afghan heroin in the world. Almost 70 tons of it seeps across Afghan border to Central Asia, and then its poisonous river makes its way across Siberia to Russian capital, here to Moscow, and then runs further to the most remote villages and provinces. Just last month, the head of Drug Control Ministry, Viktor Ivanov, realized he couldn't do much about stopping drug traffic from Afghanistan. He packed up, gathered his team, and traveled to Afghanistan.
The country is exhausted after 30 years of non-stop war. People here live on pennies. Children play with rocks. The only source of money for many people is poppies. Russia's plan was to persuade NATO to cut down heroin production by spraying the poppy fields. Not all of these plans worked out.
We plan to make connections and establish support for Afghani people and businesses. There is an interest among Russian Muslims for that too. The decision to cooperate belongs to Russian President Medvedev and the US President Obama. They established the US-Russian Bilateral Presidential Commission Drug Trafficking Working Group. Russia's responsibility will be drug control consultancy, intelligence information and training of Afghan drug police. The groups delegated by international community to deal with fighting terrorism are managed by ISAF, which is controlled by NATO. As for the drugs, everybody seems to care, but the decisions are made by a tiny group and everybody else decide whatever they want. So this is the effect of a bird, a cancer and a fish, each pulling its own direction, as we say.
In the center of Kabul, the former house of Soviet science and culture, ruined by Taliban shrapnel, is currently populated with homeless heroin users. Russian state's intention is to start taking the building apart soon, in order to build a children's hospital on this territory.
Drug traffic means unborn children, destroyed families, people thrown out of economically active population. They are mostly young people, those who consume and the ones who distribute. Genocide is when your joints of your legs and arms are running faster than yourself, turning inside out by 360 degrees. Without a dose, you become super nervous. You're able to commit any crime. A person in such state is dangerous for society.
While politicians and military commanders in Afghanistan tried to find common ground, in Russian town like Nizhny Novgorod, east of Moscow, thousands of heroin addicts suffered. At the Exit Rehab Center outside town, patients suffer through the worst days of pain of withdrawal. Pastor Dan has 8 rehab centers in Nizhny Novgorod.
Almost every addict we see today depends on heroin. At the moment, we have 80 people at our rehab centers.
If I did not come for rehabilitation, they would either have closed me in jail or I would have died. There was no other exit.
All my former friends who did not decide to get free of drug dependence, like I did, are dead now.
Did many of your friends die?
Yes, many.
About how many?
About 10 people for sure.
This is just like on Groundhog Day. You wish you could change your life next day, but you cannot.
That could be compared with a chemical weapon that everybody is talking about and nobody can find it. Here it is right before our eyes. This is the white poison that they make in laboratories, that kills our society quietly and secretively.
On the hardest nights, when they suffer from pain, do they help each other?
Yes, they try to take care of each other. If they don't, there is nobody else who is going to help them.
Истина, которую мы познаем, то есть изменение нашего мышления, приносит нам свободу.